had various divisions of men, and some with special training, as was the artillery division. These men were like the top guns of their era, and the uniforms were designed personally by George Washington. Blue coats with red lining, white vest, and pants. Their coat colors were the opposite of lobsterbacks, the nickname that they gave the British enemy. Their coats were red with blue lining. The expression turncoat was coined as slang for traitor, because essentially if you were to turn your coat inside out, you would be wearing the colors of the enemy. Captain Moses Leavitt's men fought valiantly. Fortunately, no one in his company died or was wounded. But Abraham Marston here became seriously ill with pneumonia, and he most likely was given a tonic of herbs and Spanish rum by Dr. Dearborn. From his medicine chest, Marston was delayed several weeks in returning home, convalescing in Albany, and it's amazing he made it home at all, because by that time the winter snows had come and he still had a 318-mile hike to go. Dr. Levi Dearborn, right here, was 30 years old at Bemis Heights. He was a successful surgeon, a general physician, a dapper dresser, and a well-to-do gentleman owning at least one black slave house servant. He served as a selectman twice and as a regiment physician with Captain Kinsman, Colonel Stark, Henry Dearborn, and Colonel Drake in the New Hampshire militia until he became the delegate to the Constitutional Convention in 1778. He was over 84 when he died, and he too is buried at the North Hill Center Cemetery. I may have to use a pointer here. Sorry. This is Samuel Wedgwood. He's a sergeant major, and he wore 2 red epaulets on his shoulders. He was 4th generation North Hill farmer and born the year North Hill became Northampton. So he was 35 here in this picture. He had a wife and 4 children. His grandfather was the first town clerk. His father was the current and second town clerk. In fact, the 2 of them together were town clerks for the first 52 years that Northampton existed. Benjamin Brown, the gentleman next to him in the emerald green, he wore 1 red epaulet on his right shoulder, indicating his rank as sergeant. He was a little older than Sam, and both of them had served under Moses Leavitt before. Thomas Lovering is in the rust right here. He became a selectman and assemblyman when he was much older, because here he was still a very young teen, much like our Pfeiffer back there. Even though he had marched to Charlestown with Moses Leavitt, Thomas probably listened to the 2 sergeants talk about their experiences 15 years ago when they were Thomas's age and served at Crown Point. They were ordered, all of the battalions were ordered to witness a man receive 150 lashes on his naked back for breeding disturbance and quarreling among those employed in the king's work. Pretty rough treatment. A man got 50 lashes for playing cards while on duty. They were also told that the commander didn't like the way that the New Hampshire men frequently cursed and their use of profane oaths, taking the sacred name of God in vain. And the commander threatened to deal with the New Hampshire men severely if they didn't stop. Well, they must have gotten the message, because I couldn't find anything about them ever being punished. But Benjamin Brown did tell a story, another story that happened at Crown Point, where Stephen Brown, of his family from Northampton, brought Captain Abner Fogg's gun into battle, and it burst the first time it fired and blew off 2 of his fingers. This was a lesson to all young recruits like Tom Lovering to be familiar with their weapons and maintain them. Corporal Zacchaeus Brown, I don't like this pointer, is right there, and he has a green epaulet on his right shoulder, indicating his rank. He served under Colonel Enoch Poor before joining up with Captain Leavitt. Private Jonathan Knowles, right here, with red hair, If you're not from Northampton, that might be an inside joke, but if you're from Northampton, everybody's in on that one.